Gentlemen, start your engine!
JS.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fearless Broadcasting. My name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. We're back after, well, not a vacation, definitely not a vacation, but definitely a little bit of a, crimes. See if we can fix that camera at group, no. TV1. I keep forgetting to fix that. And then there you go. At group. Alright, we're back and we're good. Apologies for that. We are here with the Wild West Racing League Gen 4 Season 3 debut of their Gen 4 Cup Series. And as you all were perfectly well aware, a couple days ago, I was away, down in Philadelphia for reasons I'm not going to divulge to the internet. But we're back, and that's the important thing. Oh, no qualifying. Okay. Straight into it. I like that style. John Statkos will be starting in first, James Napier in second, Dakota Henderson in third, Tanner Ensign in fourth, Trey Smith in fifth. Oh, that's right, they did the duels. They did the duels over the weekend, so they might have to readjust the field while we're under pace car conditions here at Daytona. Daytime race, going to be a good time, 70 laps in the Gen 4 Cup Series. Fantastic cars, very fun, modern Daytona setup instead of the 2008 or earlier setup, hiccups. There is the number 8, the 08, of John Statkos now. A couple cars choosing to miss the start, as we are getting ready to roll here at Daytona International Speedway, World Center Racing, following the Mustang pace car. John Statkos, James Napier, Tanner Ensign, Dakota Henderson, Mike Presley, Trey Smith, Gene Watkinson, Brighton Coleman, Billy Smith, Brandon Harris, Luke Moeller, Scott Rush, Zach Tyler are all the cars that have pulled off of pit road. We still have a few. Eric Gambrell pulling off pit road now. Wayne Isbell, Kryshawn Elliott, Brady Karowski, Jimmy T. Evans, and Brandon McKee. They may have made sure everything was just set up and ready to go. Why are we all the way out here behind? Let's see if we can. Bonk. There we go. That looks better. Now we can actually see our cars on the racetrack and not be looking at the back of the advertisement billboards on the backstretch of Daytona. 08, 88, 5, 44, 3, 000, 21, 33, 111, 4, 007. Hey, James Bond, good to see ya. Big field out here tonight, 17 cars. Jimmy T. Evans having jumped to pit road. So we come back around, get ready to go green flag racing here at the World Center of Racing, Daytona International Superspeedway. Pace car getting ready to dive down pit road this time. Pace car is off. Down towards the restart zone they go. Green flag is out here at Daytona. 08 with a slow start. 88 with the equally bad one. Being chased down by the 5, 44, 3, and the 0. As we start picking up speed now into turn 1. John Statkos on the bottom. James Napier on the top, falling back a little bit as we start getting up to speed some more. Bottom line seems to have a little more momentum at the moment on the start of the race. 88 diving down to the bottom of the racetrack, taking some speed away from the 44. 21 and the 33 on the bottom as well. 08, 5, 3, 88, and the 33, I believe it is, on the bottom of the racetrack. 44 with a big slide down, trying to cut off the 3 of Trey Smith. No, the 0 of Mike Presley, excuse me. 1 lap completed here at Daytona. Still plenty of time left as we ride on board with John Statkos now. This is your current race leader. Unfortunately, folks, I was not available to broadcast the duels, or the form of qualifying, for those uninitiated with NASCAR, as we charge down the backstretch. What a sight that is for sore eyes. Monte Carlos and a Soul Ford Taurus. Which is a weird one to say. I don't think I've seen a Taurus in a long time. Probably because they weren't any good. John Statkos still leading the way here. 1 car up into the wall. M&M's machine further down in the field. Let's jump down to a name we haven't heard before. Zach Tyler in the 92 machine. Good wrench number 92. Very nice tribute car. That is a Kevin Harvick paint scheme, I believe. Classy paint job. And this is a new driver to the league. Welcome, Zach Tyler. I'm going to pick up on your name sooner than later, I promise. Just behind him is the 007 of Luke Moeller. Scott Rush, a familiar name, just ahead of him. 44, falling back, of Tanner Ensign. Not sure if he's just having some problems out here, but he's definitely not having the same speed as our leaders are. We'll jump back a little bit more to the 007. This is the M&M's machine of Luke Moeller. Falling off of the rear of our leaders at the moment, with 5 other drivers at the moment. Luke Moeller, Gene Watkinson, Eric Gambrell, Kreishawn Elliott, Brighton Coleman, Brady Karowski, Brandon McKee, Wayne Isbell, and Jimmy T. Evans. A couple of these guys further down in the field. Gene Watkinson trying to make a move on the outside, decides to fall back. 46 of Eric Gambrell catching up. A lot of rookies back here. 4 rookies we're looking at the moment, besides Gene and Brighton. Welcome to all of you. Eric, Kreishawn, Brady, and Luke, all running the rookie stripes. Appreciate guys coming on out and joining us in the Wild West Racing League. This is a fantastic league to race for and to race with, and it's a wonderful league to broadcast for. We'll jump back to Jimmy T. Evans, who is way off the pace in the 94, having missed the start of the race. He is just coming through turns 1 and 2 now. He is in the world bond all on his own. Excuse me, I'm still a little travel tired, so I'm not all there myself, as we do see the 31 and the 6 of Brandon McKee and Wayne Isbell trying to get some speed going here through turns 3 and 4, down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4, excuse me. We'll jump back up to our leader once again, John Statcoast. This is the Wild West Racing League Gen 4 Season 3 debut here at Daytona. Brought to you by those of us here at Fearless Broadcasting, Goose's Rattle Can Shop, Puffy Swag Shop, Fearless Setup Shop, brand new to us. Brought to you also by Redline Radio, Stand for Wit Foundation, and the WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast. I forgot the last part of it. Forgive me. I've been out of town for 4 days. We got home last night at 2 in the morning from Philadelphia. That means we had to go through New Jersey to come home. Yuck. I've spent all day trying to wash New Jersey off of me, and it's still not getting off. Ugh. Of course I'm playing. We do start seeing some action here. 44 has made up a lot of time here. Tanner Ensign looking to make it 3 wide for just a moment there. Decides against it. Better move there. Trying to push the 0-8 5-car Frosted Flakes machine. Trying to make the outside line work. Trying to get a couple guys to go up there with them. 88 and the 3, by the looks of it, are going to take it. Almost 3 wide. Oh, we got contact! 0 turns the 44, gets hooked on the 5, and the caution comes out. John Statcoast manages to evade it. But that is everybody. So let's pause it here and rewind just a little bit. Down to Tanner Ensign. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle. Far chase. Okay. We'll rewind it a little bit more. 0 car of Mike Presley on your screen. Comes down a little bit, hooks the bumper of the 44, and that just sends everybody around. It is Daytona at the end of the day. Oh, we still got guys flying into it. I believe that was the 007 as well. That was the 007 of Mike Moeller. Of Luke Moeller, excuse me. Looking at too many names. He went up high, Days of Thunder style, and pile drove the Frosted Flakes machine. Oh my goodness. Everybody managing to drive it back to pit road. Not seeing anybody getting towed down at this time. Luke Moeller, Dakota Henderson in the 5. Oh, hey Dakota. So used to your, as I'm affectionately calling it, the creamsicle Hendrick Motorsports colors. I like the Kellogg's number 5. That's a good look on you. I like that car. That's a very pretty looking car. Scott Rush with some damage as well. He's missing his front bumper. This league does have a fast repair, but it is a real shame to have to use it this early in the race. Mike Presley involved. Brandon McKee, not sure if he was involved, but he's far back. Wayne Isbell looking pretty clean as well. James Napier, 88. He's got some nose damage. Doesn't look too bad, though, thankfully. Trey Smith also involved. He's fighting to keep that thing down single file, so he's probably got some front right damage. I believe this is another Harvick inspired paint job on the 3. And the 94, Jimmy T. Evans pulling down pit road as well. Only 2 cars left on track are the 33 of Brandon Harris and the 21 of Billy Smith. Everybody else is down pit road. This is not something you normally see. Then again, Daytona, you want to make sure you have enough gas, you have enough tire, primarily gas, to make it as far as you can, preferably to the next caution. Because I don't believe we were doing any stages in these races. Which is something I miss. It's like, who cares about the stages? It's just a free caution. Run these cars until they blow up. Who cares? Okay. So your running order. Brandon Harris is up to first. Billy Smith up to second. John Statkos in third. Christian Elliott up to fourth. Bryton Coleman in fifth. Gene Watkinson in sixth. Scott Rush in seventh. Trey Smith up to eighth. Fantastic pit stop for Trey Smith. Brandon McKee in ninth. Mike Presley in 10th. Wayne Isbell in 11th. Jimmy T. Evans, having started last, he's all the way up to 12th. Eric Gambrell in 13th. James Napier in 14th. Luke Moeller in 15th. Brady Kurowski in 16th. Tanner Ensign down in 17th. Very not the great way you want to have a start. Dakota Henderson with much the same problem. He's down at 18th. And Zachary Tyler in the 92 is still down pit road. 21 coming down pit road this time as well. Not sure what's going on with the 92. As he's just leaving pit road now, must have had a lot of damage. With Billy Smith also coming down pit road as well. Not sure if he earned himself a pass through. No, as he comes down and overshoots his box. And gets a late pit stop. As the field starts to get reset. Very risky time for the number 92. He was just topping up on gas. Or the 21, excuse me. Zachary Tyler is still at the rear of the field. 33 of Brandon Harris is leading the way at the moment. Pace car's lights are off, and we're single file. Why are we single file? Unless I missed something in the rules. As far as I know, it should be too wide on the restart. Then again, I'm also pretty new to, all the real NASCAR stuff. I do like the Skull Chevrolet. I do have to say. That is a nice classic paint job. Everybody's lined up single file. Not sure why we're not getting stacked up like we normally would, but hey, I guess we're gonna do it this way. 19 cars, all still on the lead lap, with a small crash on the end of lap 7, I believe that was. Still plenty of time in this race, excuse me. Everybody getting stacked up. Pace car dives down pit road, and we got trouble! 80 gets pile driven! James Napier and Billy Smith has crashed. I'm not sure we're going to go green flag. We are still under caution. Oh no! What happened there? James Napier and Tanner Ensign. Let's jump back and take a look at what happened here. And why did my... Alright, so the 46 checks up way late. 88's going too fast, and the 44 just completely dumps him. There is a little extra chaos. 92 and the 21 also kind of involved. Very unfortunate. Not sure why my replay thing is showing Apex, because that is not who we are. Let's see if we can fix this on the fly. Control C, Control V, apply, yes. So if we go to that, nope, the link's bad. Okay, good to know. Sorry, boss. For some reason, our fancy new logo's not working at the moment. Then again, considering how last week's broadcasts went, I'm just so happy that last Wednesday's broadcast is hopefully a one-off. Because I do not know why all of my stuff broke at the same time. Discord, our radio program, crashed. SDK Gaming, and all of our timesheets crashed. iRacing crashed. Streamlabs crashed. It's like, oh my god, what in the hell is happening? Because I kid you not, all 5 or 6 programs died at collectively the same time. So the fact that everything's working kind of tonight is a Christmas miracle for me. I'm not really sure what is going on here. Everybody is still kind of bobbing and weaving. I think we're just trying to get everybody situated under caution before we go green flag here once again. Let's jump over to our other graphic here. Pace car's lights are off. We're going to go green flag this time. James Napier still down pit road. Not sure if he is out of the race just yet, but that last pile drive there would not have helped him. So let's jump over to that. James Napier down pit road still. Probably trying to get that car repaired as best as he can before they go green flag here at Daytona. Down the backstretch into turn 3 they come. 33.08, 91.4, 111.04, 31.06, 94.46, 5, 92.44, 77, 007, 77, 3, 21, and then the 88 of James Napier still down pit road. A lot of guys. Brought to you by Redline Radio, WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast. That's the one. And the Stand for Wit Foundation as we're getting ready to go green flag once again. Everyone's stacking up a little bit better this time. Green flags out. Through the restart zone they come. 33 gets a good start. 08, 91, 4. 33 leaves the inside wide open for God and everybody. Manages to block it off in time. As we're still going here. 33.08, 91. Zachary Tyler's crashing and the caution comes back out. Luke Moeller as well. Trey Smith also involved. Jump back and take a look. 92 car. Oh, nobody went. Somebody didn't go. And everybody got involved. So let's jump back a little bit more once again. So, let's see where it really kind of starts. It kind of starts... Who is that? That is the 04, I believe. It looks like the 04. Yeah. So this is the 04 of Scott Rush. So we'll quarter time it here. I'm not sure if he missed a shift or if he spun his tires up to next century here. But the 0 gets caught on him. The 6 gets turned. 5 of Dakota Henderson, 92, tries to avoid it. Spins out doing so. Trey Smith with nowhere to go. Up into the wall, sliding his brakes up. Not sure if Scott Rush missed a shift as the 007 gets dumped by the 44 into the 94. Very poor restart all around for everybody, really. Brandon Harris is still your race leader. Let's see if I can very quickly on the fly fix some of our tech. URL. Good thing you can't see any of what I'm doing, because we're doing magic over here. Okay. Let's see if we can fix it. There we go. Okay, we're back live. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure we had all of our proper things, because I didn't have enough time to test it today before I got back, because I had to unplug and do all of the stuff to make my computer ready to not be used for 4.5 days. But we're back. John Statkos is now your race leader. And so let's just take a quick look and make sure that my fix has worked. Let's jump over to Luke Moeller. No, it did not. Why did it not work? Oh, I love when they update things and they don't tell people. They don't make things easy with SDK Gaming. Sometimes. Subcover transition. Yeah, it's supposed to be replay transition cover. Huh. Line 126, column 85. Well, we don't need any of these at the moment. So, bonk, bonk, fly. Okay. Maybe. Pace car's lights are off. We're going to try this one more time. There it is. Some bad code. Aha! Just had to clean up my my overrides there really quick. But we're back. We're good. We got it all fixed. The 007, I don't believe, beat the pace car off of pit road as we start to see a lot of action up here. 88 of James Napier. All the way up to the front on the bottom of the racetrack here. 007 just below him. Not sure if he's looking for revenge or if there is a free pass for the 88 waiting before we go green flag, but he's going to have to run that car all the way around, and he might not even be back around by the time we go green flag here at Daytona. 08 on your screen, 88 below him. He's a lap down at the moment. Scott Rush down pit road. Brighton Coleman in second. In the 4, Gene Watkinson in the 111 in third. Christian Elliott in the 91 in fourth. Eric Gambrell in the 46 in fifth. Brandon Harrison the 33 in sixth. Brandon McKee in the 31 down in seventh. Wayne Isbell in the 6th in 8th. Mike Presley, in the 0 in 9th. Dakota Henderson in the 5 in 10th. Brady Kurowski in the 77 in 11th. Trey Smith in the 3 in 12th. Tanner Ensign in the 44 in 13th. Zach Tyler in the 92 in 14th. Billy Smith in the 21 in 15th. Jivy T. Evans in the 16. In the 94, down in 16th. Through the restart zone once again. Restarts at the line. Green flag's out. 08 with a beautiful restart. 4 right on his heels. 88 on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to just keep up. Trying not to go any further down as we start to see the field spread out once again. 08, 88, and the 4 trying to work together here. Starting to settle in once again. A little bit of side-by-side action through turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they go. 88 with a bit of a run here. Still a lap down or more. He is 3 laps down, Starting to get some of that speed up. 08 getting left out to dry at the moment as the bottom of the racetrack starts to get real fast here. New leader, Christian Elliott in the 91. 91 following the 88, getting the extra draft down the front stretch. Down the short chute, excuse me, they come. 91, 46, and 31 are your top three. 88 is 3 laps down. Charging down towards turn 1. Up onto the bank. 33.3-ish degrees of banking here at Daytona. And amazingly, I actually know, or well, unfortunately now knew, the men and the quarries that the trap rock and asphalt stones were quarried at. My grandfather and my dad both worked at for a time for a better part of 30 years. The stone from those quarries went down to Florida to help repave Daytona International Speedway into its modern configuration, at least on the super speedway. I don't know if they did the full road course. I'm not sure they did, but little fun piece of history. So if I ever get back out on the racetrack and you ever do see some of my new logos there, of the now sadly former John S. Lane Trap Rock Incorporated, little family piece of history there. On board now with the 91 inside the car, chasing down the 88 at the moment through turns 3 and 4. You can see how harsh that car is wobbling for him. He is fighting that car a little bit. He seems to be a little tight at the moment. Hopefully, with another 50 laps to go, we can start to see some of these guys adjust their cars a little bit as the 46 pulls out of line. Not sure if he's blowing up or what, but decides to pull out of the draft at the moment, fall back a couple of positions. Might be going back to try and help a teammate, make sure that the rear half of the field doesn't get too far away from everybody. 91 still leading the way, 31, 33, 08, 64, 46, 000 behind them. Good bit of distance between the 46 and the 000. The 4 car starts making a move on the inside. 6 car going up wide. Not sure if these guys are running hot this early, especially after the extended caution we had. Seem unlikely. 22 laps of 70 completed this time around. Through turns 1 and 2 they come once again. Jump back a little bit more. Let's see if we have another new driver on the field. Let's see here. We'll jump down to Brady Kurowski at the moment in the 71. He's in a world by himself, down in the 14th position, but still out there on the racetrack, still on the lead lap. Once again, welcome to all the new drivers to the Wild West Racing League. We are happy to have you here, and we hope to see great things from all of you. Scott Rush back off pit road. He is 5 laps down. Not sure if he had to serve extra penalty time or if he had a lot of damage. Be very unfortunate if that was the case, but he is still out here on the racetrack. Once again, welcome Brady Kurowski to the Wild West Racing League. Let's jump back a little bit more. Billy Smith and Jimmy T. Evans are 2 new drivers, I believe, as well. 21 and the 94. 94 starting to get some help from the 007, who is also on elite. He might be a lap down on the rest of the field, but not a lap down on Jimmy T. Evans. Welcome, both of you, once again. Sorry that your nights aren't going as well as you'd hoped, but we are going to have one heck of a season here with the Wild West Racing League, brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting. And of course, me up in the booth, Pat Wilkinson, the number 82. Just had to throw that in there. It makes me happy. Jump back up to the 08 of John Statkos. He's up to 4th at the moment after starting in 1st. Still plenty of time here. Just over a third of the way completed. Trying to chase down these cars in front of them all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack as we see the 04 of Scott Rush go down another lap on our leaders. 91, 31, 33, 8, 08, excuse me. 4, 46, and now at the tail end of this field, the 04. Oh, big slide from the 31, manages to save it. What a move. 46 looking up the outside. Not sure what he's going to be able to do out there, though. He's way too far off the doors for a side draft. He is full lane and a half up on these guys. Not sure if he's got a radiator issue. Trying to get some clean air over that nose for just a minute as they come down the backstretch. 08 getting real close to the bumper of the 33. 04 starting to catch up the tail end of the field here. Trying to catch up to the 4. This is going to get real confusing real quick if they decide to start battling each other. But we'll jump back a little bit more. Now down to Mike Presley in the 0. One of 3 drivers in this rear pack. 0, 44, and the 92. All working together at the time. 92 of Zachary Tyler. Also a new driver. Running again, I believe that is a Harvick Gen 4 Goodwrench livery. And if it is, hooray! I know things amazingly sometimes. And if it is a Earnhardt paint job, then, well, I'm sorry. I don't know everything. Mike Presley and Tanner Ensign, teammates for Ensign Motorsports. Trying to keep some speed going here. Dakota Henderson, Billy Smith, and James Napier of Bumblebee Racing, all working together, or trying to at the moment. See who else is in here. Brandon Harris, Eric Gambrell, John Statkos, and Zach Tyler are all freelancers. G Lightning Motorsports consists of Brady Kurowski, Christian Elliott, Jimmy T. Evans, Luke Moeller, and Trey Smith. And Hotshot Motorsports consists of Brandon McKee and Wayne Isbell. "28 laps of 70 completed this time by 91 of Christian Elliott, still leading the way, being towed along by the 88 of James Napier, making that really kind of work for him. James trying to do the best he can to tow the rest of the field behind him, while also staying as far ahead of the group as he can, because he knows the 91 wants to maintain that lead, doesn't know how well the 91's going to be able to fight on his own, really. 31 kind of takes a look up the outside for just a moment. 31 real loose through the tri-oval here. 31 looking up the outside, 33 going with them. We're going to see some side-by-side action into turn 1. 31 getting the huge lead on the 91, 31 and the 33. See if the 33 decides to close that gap in between the 91 and the 88. Doesn't do it. 88 still leading the 91. We're starting to see some side-by-side action. New leader, Brandon McKee, in the 31. He blocks off the 88, leaving the 33 and the 46 high and dry. 31 managing to get around the 88 of James Napier, but the 33 and the 46 with a good run for a moment there up the short chute. Across the start-finish line and the tri-oval. Starting to fall back a little bit as we go on board now inside the car. '08 and the 33 falling back in line. 31, 91, 08, 33, 46. That's the other car involved, excuse me. 4 starting to get real racy there, blocking somebody back there. That is the 4 of Brighton Coleman. Blocking the 0 of Mike Presley. This group behind them started to catch up. 0 and the 44 and the 04 have started catching up a lot. 92, a little ways back. Not sure if Scott Rush will be able to help him as much if he continues falling back at this pace. 31 of Brandon McKee is now your race leader. Christian Elliott in the 91 having lost the position. John Statko's back up to third. Brandon Harris, Eric Gembrell, Brenton Coleman, who are on board with now in the 4. 000 of Mike Presley. Tanner Ensign in the 44 behind him. Zachary Tyler in the 92, a little ways back. Wayne Isbell in the 6, down in 10th. Dakota Henderson in 11th. Trey Smith in 12th. Gene Watkinson in 13th. Brady Kurowski in 14th. Billy Smith in 15th. And Jimmy T. Evans in 16th. Luke Moeller, James Napier, and Scott Rush are all at least one lap down as we start to see some more side-by-side action. Let's jump up towards the front of the field here. 31 of Brandon McKee. Not sure if these are lap cars we are going by now. Most likely. Yes, that is the 007. And the 46, I believe. The 94, excuse me, of Jimmy T. Evans now going a lap down. 88 not wanting to go any further down himself. Tries blocking it, but doesn't have the speed to do it. 31, 91, 08, 33. And the 46. All 5 of your leaders are now actually your leaders. 88 of James Napier falling further back. Not sure if he's going to try deliberately, well, quote-unquote deliberately, blocking the 4 and the 0 behind him. Trying to keep the speed up down the backstretch as they come. Seeing another lap car ahead of them, trying to get the draft off of that car. While they have it, even conserve a little bit of gas under a car going much slower into the draft. It's still extra mileage. That is the 21 of Billy Smith. Big slide off for turn 4. 31 and the 91 still bumper to bumper. '21 pulling down to the bottom of the racetrack. 31, 21, 91, 08. 21 with a big send there. Not sure if he tried to Kevin LePage, everybody. Doesn't look like it. Everyone's still going green. 34 laps of 70 completed this time by. Just about halfway. Been a great night of racing here so far at the World Center Racing Daytona International Superspeedway. My name is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. This has been Fearless Broadcasting. 31 with a big slide off of turn 4. He is real loose now. Being the leader is not the place you always want to be, especially when these cars can be so loose as we just watched. He was completely sideways off of turn 4 there. Managed to save it. Brought to you by WYO Outlaw WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast, Redline Radio, and the Stanford Witt Foundation. This is Fearless Broadcasting, brought to you by Goose's Rattle Can Shop and Puffy's Swag Shop. Home of all the best paints and the best merch you could ever want for any of your drivers, as we start to see a couple of cars, at least one car, coming down pit road. That's the 08 of John Statkos. He might have been over speed down pit road. We are officially now over halfway completed. 35 laps to go here at Daytona. Now this is where the fuel strategy is going to start mattering. Yes, we had a caution not too long ago, but it is still a very important part of the race, as your top 5 are all still together. Top 4, excuse me. We start to see some guys coming down pit road as well. Gene Watkinson, Trey Smith, Brady Kurowski, Billy Smith, Jimmy T. Evans, James Napier, Luke Moeller, and Scott Rush are all lapped down. Everybody else, except for the 21, is coming down pit road. That's because Billy Smith has already come down pit road. My apologies. These are all your leaders and the 88 of James Napier. Everybody here needs a beautiful stop. A couple of cars not entirely following the rules of you have to stay all the way to the right. It's fine. But for the time being, and we do have some more takers, Zachary Tyler, Dakota Henderson, Wayne Isbell, John Stackos, if he can get a move on here, will be the leader once again off of pit road. Pitting a lap earlier than everybody else, but don't count the 111 out. He's still a lap down, but he is also right behind John Stackos. 08 still getting up to speed here, trying to catch up to the 31, 46, and the 91 ahead of him. All them guys just pulling off of the end of pit road now, because iRacing's a little goofy about that. You have to go all the way around through turns 1 and 2. Of course, I understand that's to prevent people from just Kevin LePaging everybody. If you get that reference, you're old like me. John Stackos back up to third, trying to chase down the lap car of the 88, keep the draft going. Down the front stretch they come into the tri-oval. 31 getting a good draft behind him. Not sure if he's going to have enough speed to do it. Does not look like it. 08 is going to miss out on getting back in front of the leaders off of pit road. Very unfortunate there for him. Still plenty of time. And it is Daytona. 91 and the 46 of Christian Elliott and Eric Gambrell. Two of the most improved cars on track. Christian making up 15 positions and Eric making up 17 since the start. Some great speed out of both of these drivers. Just over 30 laps to go here at Daytona with the Wild West Racing League Gen 4 Cup Series Season 3 debut. We're on board with Christian Elliott, Eric Gambrell right behind him. Whole field of cars starting to catch up to them though. Once they start working together as a pack, they will not be very well off once those guys start working together. Two cars are fast, but three or more is just better. You get a lot more speed the more cars you have working together. 91 in the 46 with a commendable effort, though, to keep going as fast as they can. 46 not really liking falling in line behind the 91. Trying to keep up, though. 46, not sure what the 46 paint job is. I can't really make it out at the moment, but he is still up to second. That is the 46 of Eric Gambrell. Christian Elliott in the Milkbone 91 machine. It is a primarily Chevy field out here tonight. The only Ford is Luke Moeller, and he's down in 18th place in the 007 machine. Scott Rush is now officially out of the race as well. Very unfortunate night for Scott. Sometimes, unfortunately, that's the way these super speedway races go. 30 laps to go here at Daytona. Gene Watkinson down pit road. Or off pit road now, excuse me. John Stackos and Brandon McKee starting to fight for third place. Let's jump down and see some of that action here. 08 in the 31, chasing each other down. 88, 3, and I believe that might be the 77 behind them. Have to take another look when we get another camera angle. It is the 77. 3 lap cars behind it. Oh, we got some radio issues. 08 with radio issues. 08, 31, 88, 3, and 77 and the 111. 08 and the 31 are third and fourth respectively. 31 getting real close to the 08. Got to be careful with the contact through turns 1 and 2. You can upset these cars really easily. 3 car looking up the outside of the 88. 77 looking to go with them. Couple more cars behind them. Nobody really wanting to work together at the moment. All these guys got to start realizing there's only so much time left here. They don't catch back up to the leaders. There's not going to be much opportunity to get by them again. Got to get out there. Got to make it happen. If you want to do it, now's the time. Trey Smith in the 3, still trying to run the top with the 77. Not sure if he's trying to get some clean air over the nose of that race car. 08 in the 31, trying to keep their speed and momentum up for the time being. Still a little ways ahead of these lap cars behind them. Jump back up to our leaders now. Kreishan Elliott and Eric Gambrell. And I apologize for mispronouncing anybody and everybody's name. I'm very good at doing that. 91 and the 46 are still running pretty happy together here. Not sure what their secret is to running so well together and running so fast. Especially as only a set of 2 cars. Usually you need a set of 3 or more to really be keeping up some good speed here. But you are starting to see some of the cars behind them catch up just that little bit extra. 3 cars behind them, 08 and the 31, starting to really catch up here. Three cars working together very nicely. 08, 31, and the 88, who is laps down of James Napier. 26 laps to go. 25 at the line. These 3 behind them starting to catch up quick. Starting to get into the draft of the 46 now. 91 and the 46 going to be under some serious pressure here from the 08 and the 31 any moment. 25 at the line, off of turn 4. 08, 31, and the 88 starting to close in even more. '91, 46, 08, 31, and the 88 all trying to catch up here. Will the 08 and the 31 try to make the move on the outside as we jump inside the race car of the 91? I really wish they'd let you do interior logos and stuff. So you could put your names on and everything. That'd be a good... Hey, iRacing, get on that! 08, 31, and the 88 still trying to work together here. 31 trying to look up the outside a little bit, trying to goad the 88, the 08 and the 88 into going with them. Not sure if the outside line is going to work for them here at Daytona. 24 laps to go now. 91 and the 46 still running really nicely together. Despite not being teammates, they are still running a heck of a race up there together. Starting to pull away a bit from the 08 as well. Eric Gambrell and John Statkos teammates. Not sure if they're going to try and ditch the 91 here. Brandon Harris in the 33. Also a... Oh, these are all freelance drivers. My apologies. Eric Gambrell and John Statkos, both being freelance drivers, have nothing to lose. 46 and the 08. Might be a good opportunity to work together here. Off of turn 2 they come down the backstretch. 88 starting to fall back, seeing some action a little bit further in the field. Still on board now with the 91. Charging down the backstretch once again into turn 3. Still cannot entirely make out what the 46's paint job is. Pals? Hal's Restaurant? I'm not sure. Take your word for it. 22 laps to go here at Daytona. Starting to lose my voice here. '91, 46, 08, and the 31 all working together. 88 starting to fall further back. '46, 08, and the 31 could theoretically try running up to the outside, working together, get around the 91. Be a very risky opportunity, but they could probably make it happen. 21 laps to go here. Billy Smith down pit road. Starting to catch up to lap cars here. That is the 5 of Dakota Henderson, I believe, in front. Yes, it is. Down the backstretch they come, all the way down to the yellow line. Dakota Henderson not really giving them a lot of speed distance here to get around. Very interesting move there from the 5. As he's now the next car a lap down. Top 4 here, all trying to work together. 20 laps to go here at Daytona. Right inside once again, catching up to a couple more lap cars. 94 and the 007 running up high through turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch. 007 a little loose once again off of turn 2, managing to keep it straight. 5 car trying to stay out of the way. A couple more cars, 5 or 6 cars, just coming off of turn 2 now. Under 20 laps to go here at Daytona. 91, 46, 08, and the 31. Still anybody's race between these 4 drivers. Still have plenty of time left to go here. Just under half the field has been lapped at least once, Dakota Henderson being the most recent victim. If there is a caution at this point of the race, and there very well may be, because it is Daytona. Billy Smith down pit lane once again here. Not sure what's going on with him. I miss the old Gen 4 sound, the boom tubes. Listen to those cars roar down through the front stretch. Billy Smith still in the pits. Not sure what's going on with him. Gene Watkinson down pit road. Start to see a couple of cars coming down pit road. Mike Presley, Tanner Ensign, Brighton Coleman down pit road this time. Starting to run out of gas and out of tire. Question is, do you try and run these last handful of laps on old tire and just splash and dash? Or do you go with a full service, brand new tire, full tank of gas, make whatever adjustments you really need to for these last handful of laps here, come to 17 laps to go here at Daytona? Passing absolutely God and everybody out here. Tanner Ensign, Mike Presley, and Dakota Henderson, Brighton Coleman, excuse me, all lap down now. 91, having led the way for so long here, is going to start needing fuel for himself as well. Going to have to see how much longer they're going to go. 91 staying out once again. 16 laps to go here at Daytona. Must be trying to get at least to 15 laps to go before they go down pit road. Sacrifice the least amount of time and speed. Wayne Isbell, Zach Tyler, and Brandon Harris all down pit road. Brandon Harris and Zach Tyler off pit road. Trey Smith with an off track. Not sure what's going on here. We have a caution. And this is what we call the Hail Mary. So let's jump over. Oh my goodness! Why didn't it say anybody crashed? So huge field of cars here. So let's jump over. Okay, so let's jump over to the 007. 007 is up front. So we see all these guys coming in real hot. That's the 377, the 6, the 92, and the 33. 94 jacks up and parks himself after accidentally tapping the 007. Everybody trying to evade that. 92 with his hood up. 33 manages to evade it, gets off of pit road. 77 stopped at the bottom of the racetrack. 6 down pit road as well. But that was just a bad move from the 007. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried parking him for that. That was a very interesting move, to say the least. Kreishawn Elliott, Eric Gambrell, John Stackcoast, Brandon McKee, Zach Tyler, and Brandon Harris are all of your lead cars at the moment. And everybody coming down pit road. For the comedy factor, I want to see the 92 come down pit road. Managing with his hood up, that good wrench number 92 machine. Doesn't horrifically overshoot his pit stall. But managing to get back out there pretty good. A lot of cars now unlapped. Tanner Ensign, Wayne Isbell, Mike Presley, Brenton Coleman, and Dakota Henderson now back on the lead lap. See if anybody else gets a lucky dog here. Or a free pass, or whatever they're going to call it. 007 given a wide berth after the incident on pit road. 92 settling back into position here. We do see a couple cars of Dakota Henderson is one lap down. Not sure if he had a speeding on pit road penalty. Gene Watkinson way up front here. Not sure if these guys are going to get a pass around, or a wave around, excuse me. But the 91 of Kreishawn Elliott is still leading. Majority of these cars are going to get a wave around, I feel. 13 laps to go under caution at the moment. Still plenty of time here. Especially with a free pass for everybody for a pit stop. Oh. I do not understand how they have the rules set up so that lap cars are on the bottom and lead cars are on the top. That makes not a lot of sense to me. Especially since we have the 6, the 0, and the 4 on the high side as well. 91 is your race leader at the moment. Before next Wednesday, we'll have to talk to all the wonderful folks here at the Wild West Racing League and see, hey guys, what are the rules, man? So the 91, the 08, 46, 92, 33, and 31 are your top 6. All right. Everybody getting settled in once again. Pace car is off. 91, 08, 46, 92, and the 31 are your top 5. Green flag comes out. Beautiful restart from everybody. Not the restart anybody wanted, though. Being in the middle of traffic with the leaders here. 91 on the outside at the moment, trying to get down towards the bottom. Work with the 3 car. 007 way off track. Manages to get back onto the oval. Keeps it clean. 91, 08 side by side. 46, 92 on the high side as well. 4 with a big slide off of 2. 08 with a radio issue. Disappears and reappears. 91 falling back. 08 of John Statcoast back up to the lead. New leader once again. Eric Gambrell on the outside working it as well. Trying to get some moves going. Almost going 3 wide for just a moment. Eric Gambrell up to 2nd. Zachary Tyler in the 92 up to 3rd. A lot of guys getting real racy here as we have 11 laps to go here at Daytona. 08 of John Statcoast back up to the lead once again. The field is intermingled now, so I'm going to try my best here. 08, 46, 92, 31, and the 91. 6 car towing the 08 at the moment. Chased down by the 46 and the 92, 31 and 91 trying to catch up. 6 car may have to relent the position here. Might want to as well, knowing he's not going to be able to hold off these guys. These guys have been white hot all night. Big slides from the 6 all the way down to the apron. Manages to keep it straight. 6 car blocking. Not sure why he's blocking, considering he is a lap down. Or going to be a lap down. Through turns 1 and 2. Top 5 behind the 6 car. On board with your leader now as he tries running the 6 down. In the draft, these cars are much smoother despite having a higher top speed. '08 and the 6 trying to pull away from the 46, 92 at the moment. Off of turn 4. 46 having a good run with the 92 pushing at the moment. Huge push from the 92. 31 and the 91 helping out as well. 9 laps to go here at Daytona. 6 car blocking like a SOB. What is the 6 car doing? 6 car of Wade Isbell blocking all the way up and all the way back down to the bottom of the racetrack, managing to keep it going straight. 08, 46, 92, all the way up to the lead. 8 laps to go here. 6th car now out of the way. Free to race. 08, 46, 92, 91 making up the position. 31, 44 ways back. He's behind the 0 of Mike Presley at the moment. .44 might ask his teammate in the 0 to let him by, try to get and be a part of the lead, race for the lead here. Excuse me, fumbling over my words. 7 laps to go. Still green at the moment. 08, 46, 92. John Statcoast, Eric Gambrell, and Zachary Tyler are your top 3. Off of turn 2, down the backstretch they go, flying down the racetrack. .08 Jim Beam machine of John Statcoast has been really good all night tonight. 44 does get his wish. 0 car lets him by. All your leaders are together. Brandon Harris a ways back in the 33. 08, 46, 92, 31 are your top 4. They're starting to pull away from the 91 and the 44. 91 and the 44 are going to need a beautiful run down the backstretch to keep this momentum up to still try and be part of this lead group. Managing to make it happen. 08 being a great leader at the moment. 46 definitely getting antsy though. He wants to be up in the lead. As he comes to 5 laps to go at the line. Off of turn 4. Down through the tri-oval. 0 of Mike Presley starting to fall back a little bit off the 44. 5 laps to go here at Daytona. 31 looking up the outside. 91 trying to go with him. They both dive back down towards the bottom. 31 looking high once again. On the 92, having a little momentum. Here comes the run off of turn 2. 31 and the 91 side by side with the 92. 44 trying to go with them. 08 and the 46 still a good ways ahead. These two have been on fire all night tonight. These two can just run together like nobody's business. 92 trying to stay in the mix. 31 starting to gain though. 31 almost leaves the 91. Oh, 31 down into the grass. Keeps it going, no caution. 92 gets a bit of a bump from the 44. Everybody keeps it going, 4 laps to go. 08, 46, and the 91 of Kreishawn Elliott back up into the top 3. 92 of Zach Tyler and the 44 of Tanner Ensign. Not real happy with each other after that little incident, but they're still going. Still at speed, managing to keep it clean. 3 laps to go at the line. Off of turn 4 they come. Into the tri-oval. 007 lap car. Last car on the track, unfortunately for Scott Rush, who had to bail out. Or chose to bail out, whatever the situation was. 46 looking up the outside. Doesn't take it. 91 going with them. Trying to work together still. 92 and the 44 starting to fall back some more. 007 falling off the face of the earth at the moment. Anything after this will be considered overtime if we have to go under caution. All 5 of our lead lap cars still in contention. Brandon McKee and Brandon Harris a good ways back in 6th and 7th position. Starting to make a move on the outside. 92 and the 44 looking up the top. Side by side with the 91. 92 clear. 44 still side by side with the 91. 46 goes high. 8 goes up to block. 92 trying to go higher. 44 dives down to the bottom. 92 on his own. Side by side with the 46. Falling back a little bit more. 1 lap to go here at Daytona. White flag is out. Coming back no matter what. 08, 46, and the 44 now up to third. 91 and the 92. Still enough time to make something happen. John Stackos, as we're on board with now, still trying to run away with it. Down the backstretch they come. Side by side now the 46, 44 going with them. 08 being left in the dust. 91 trying to look up the bottom of the racetrack as well. Slides down in front of the 08. Tanner Ensign is going to be your leader as we come up to the finish line. 91 looking. Doesn't have the speed to do it. Tanner Ensign wins at Daytona. Krishan Elliott in second. Zachary Tyler in third. Eric Gambrell in fourth. And John Stackos in fifth. What a fantastic race. Let's get our race winner right up in here. Number 44 of Tanner Ensign.
Everybody who doubted us doesn't know us.
Tanner Ensign, this is Pat Wilkinson up at the booth. Do you got me?
I got you, Pat. How you doing tonight?
Tanner, congratulations on a fantastic win there at the end. What a finish.
Yeah, we had a good run there. The strategy was for the whole team to work together, and we had guys get stuck a lap down, and that last restart, I had to start tail end of the field because I was a lucky dog, so we just drove our way through. I want to thank Krishan because Krishan gave me a push there at the end. I know he was trying to pass me too. I was worried about making that block, but somehow we got it done.
What a fantastic move and an incredible win from league owner and head of Wild West Racing League, Tanner Ensign. Is there anything else you would like to add, Tanner?
Yeah, I want to thank Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast, Stand for Wit Foundation, the best broadcaster in the business, and Pat Wilkinson. My teammates, Krishan Elliott there at the end, just made it a lot of fun. I mean, I've been sick all day, so this really helps make you feel better.
Well, congratulations once again, and thanks for the little shout out there. We appreciate it, all of us here at Fearless Broadcasting. It's good to be back, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is great to be back. This gives us a good point advantage to start the season over Hunter. So,
well, once again, congratulations on a fantastic win here at Daytona, and hope to see more of you next week. How's that sound?
Sounds great, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
That was your race winner, Tanner Ensign. Let's get Krishan Elliott up in here.
And
Krishan, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. You got me.
yes, I do.
Krishan, what a fantastic second place finish there. Great job. And, well, what do you have to say from your point of view?
Yeah, I kind of like the green flag racing that we had. I didn't know who to really work with towards the end there. Once I seen it was like 5 or 6 cars, I just kind of had to pick and choose where I wanted to put myself, and couldn't really make too many passes until the bottom lane broke up. But happy with the P2. It definitely was not what I was expecting after how the start of the race went. But yeah, it was a good finish.
Couldn't agree with you more on that. Second place is nothing to shake a stick at, and fantastic race nonetheless. Thanks for a fantastic night here at Daytona. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
I would just like to thank my teammates, Trey, Brady, Jimmy, Luke. We felt like we had good strategy. It just didn't pan out since we all got spread out, but it's always good working with them. And Yeah, racing with most of the guys in here is always a blast. And yeah, thank you for broadcasting the race and the good work you do, like always.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
That was your second place finisher, Krishan Elliott, and I just realized now I've been saying his name wrong the whole broadcast. So sorry, Krishan. Let's get our third place finisher, Zach Tyler, up in here. Zach Tyler, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. Do you got me?
Yes, sir.
Zach, for a new driver to the league, what a fantastic finish for your first race with the Wild West Racing League, here up in third place at Daytona in the new Gen 4 Cup Series, third season. What do you have to say?
It was definitely a fun, interesting race. Definitely not. I love super speedways, but this car is probably not my favorite on super speedways. It's really hard to get momentum going and to make moves happen. It's just so aero dependent. So I was, coming from the second run of green flag pissed off when the caution came out. I'm actually was in a better situation having the green flag, having the caution come out because it let me catch back up. But other than that, I would have been completely cooked.
Couldn't agree with you more on that one. It was a very interesting way to finish the race. Well, is there anything else you would like to say, Zach, before we sign off for the night?
I'm just, great job as always on the broadcast. Can't wait to watch it back. And, I'm happy, to be able to be in this league now, starting a season opener, and looking forward to, being here every week and vying for the Rookie of the Year title.
Couldn't agree with you more on that. Plenty of racing left to go here with the WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast Gen 4 Season 3. This has been all of us here at Daytona International Speedway, brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting. Thank you, Zach, for taking a few minutes out of your night and talking with us.
Absolutely, my pleasure. See you guys next week.
See you next week. Well, folks, it's been another perfectly good hour and a half, roughly, I think, according to my timesheet here, maybe, something like that. This has been Fearless Broadcasting, brought to you by Puffy's Swag Shop and Goose's Rattle Can Shop, and the Wild West Racing League, brought to you by the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast. My name's Pat Wilkinson. This has been Fearless Broadcasting, and until next time, goodbye, farewell, and amen.
Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
JS Racing.